Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mac if you're new here, and today I'm going to share with you the different Chrome extensions, websites, tools that I use to help me as an Etsy seller. These are some of the best and amazing things that you need to help execute your Etsy shop and to make the most success out of it. Do want to preface this video by saying some of these are paid, some of them are free. You don't have to use them all, take what you will, but I'm going to kind of go into the pros and cons of them and why and how I use them in this video today. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, I post videos talking about e-commerce, selling online, different side hustles, and passive income streams. So if that interests you, join our community here on YouTube. So first, we're going to get into different trend spotting and SEO keyword tools. This is huge when you're selling on Etsy because number one, you need to make sure what you're selling has a demand for it. And number two, you need to make sure you're using the correct keywords that are going to get searched for, but are not overly saturated and that are worth your time to use. The very first website I'm going to talk to you about is 𝗗𝗓𝗧. This website is amazing at seeing different keywords that you can use for your products. This is going to show you what your search volume is for those different keywords. It's going to give you other options and other keyword options as well, along with good tags that you can use. It does have a bunch of different other features as well, but personally, I like to use this just for SEO and finding good keywords to use in my titles and my tags. All you have to do is type in your keyword and you'll get a bunch of different information on it. Now they do have a Chrome extension as well that will show up in your Etsy search bar, showing you how many searches are done for this. I do want to let you know though that when I'm using all these different platforms, I do get different results for that. So some of these in the search bar can be a little wishy-washy, just being honest. And next up, going with that same theme here, is going to be eRank. So eRank is actually free. It has a free version and it does the similar things that 𝗗𝗓𝗧 does, because this is going to give you the keywords and show you the search volume, the competition. And this actually has different platforms you can check as well. So you can even check like Amazon on here or eBay. So they do have other options if you do sell on other platforms. But I really like eRank because I used this for a really long time when I did not want to pay for an extension, for a tool for Etsy, and it worked really well for me. I now think that other websites like 𝗗𝗓𝗧 are more accurate, but it still does give you a ballpark for those search volumes. Another good thing about eRank is they have a trend buzz. So that's gonna show you what's trending, what's up. I do wanna say too that every website I'm talking about in this video will be linked below in the description, of course. So if one of these really catches your eye, you can grab it in the description. I'm gonna list everything. So just wanna make sure that I say that. Oh, and next up, keeping around the theme of SEO, but also competitive listings. So this is my absolute favorite tool when it comes to spying on my competitors in the competitive niches that I'm in. Just overall knowing what other sellers are doing without copying them, of course, but just seeing what's working for them. And I'm sure people do it to me too, so it's okay. So this is 𝗗𝗡𝗡. So 𝗗𝗡𝗡 is gonna be a Chrome extension. It is paid. And what's so crazy about this is if you click on a listing, it is going to show you how many sales that listing has, what their estimated revenue is, and how long the listing's been available. It's basically digging and spying a little bit and showing you how and what is working for this listing. So it's great because sometimes we scroll on Etsy and we see something that inspires us, or we see something like, oh, I want to sell something like that that's in our niche, but we're like, is that actually selling? Well, with 𝗗𝗡𝗡, it'll tell you that it is actually selling. Something to keep in mind with this though is I've checked it with my own personal listings and it is pretty accurate, but some of them it's not. So let's say you're spying on someone's listing because you want to make something similar to it. You could see, okay, it's selling well. I'm gonna, take this as inspiration and create my own product based on that. And you can kind of go by the keywords that they're using. Again, inspiration, we're not copying, making that clear. I'm not telling anyone to copy anyone. Hate when people do that to me. So just something to keep in mind, but this is a really, really great tool. They also have different features as well, but this is mainly what I use them for. Next up, we're gonna get into designing, mockups, all of that good stuff. So there are two websites that I highly recommend. First one is Creative Fabrica. So Creative Fabrica, I have posted videos on before. It's a really, really amazing thing because they have everything, like literally everything. Whether you want to purchase pre-made designs for digital products or your print-on-demand products or pretty much anything you want to purchase for designing, like fonts or different graphics, you can get those from Creative Fabrica. I do have a link for you for your first 10 free downloads if you want to check that out, and you can kind of see how it works. But they have so many cool things. They now have AI to create designs for you. And not only is this beneficial because you can get really unique things like unique fonts and graphics, but you know that these are coming with the correct licensing. So I've talked about this in videos before. Licensing is really important when you're selling online. So if you're somebody that's doing print on demand or selling digital products, when you're creating in different websites like Canva or, you know, these different designing platforms, you may not know what you can use legally. You know, if it's a graphic from Canva, can I use this legally and resell it? So by using something like Creative Fabrica, again, not only are you getting the more creative products and fonts that not everyone's using, but you know that you have the license to use that for commercial or print on demand use. So it's really, really helpful in that way. And leading off of that, they also have mockups for everything. So let's say you're selling a digital planner, they have mockups for you that you can download directly to your computer, use them for your commercial use, and then you just upload them into Canva or your designing platform of choice and put your design right over that. And then you can use it on your Etsy shop for your thumbnails. Obviously, our thumbnails are so important. Are those first listing photo that grabs the attention of the buyer, we want to stop the scroll. So if you can have really good, badass mockups, it's gonna make a huge difference. That leads me to our next website, which is placeit.net. So I've used Placeit for literally years. When I first started print on demand, Placeit was my saving grace. Like, I remember being so excited when I found them because my first viral Etsy listing that made me so much money and made me understand, wow, print on demand works, the thumbnail was from Placeit. So it's just crazy because I always say like that changed my life, like that experience. And the thumbnail was from Placeit. The Etsy listing photo, I mean, that I used was from Placeit for my print on demand product. So always love Placeit. They're amazing. They have so many different things on their website. So they now have logo creator for you. So if you're trying to get a logo for your Etsy shop, you want to rebrand and do your banner and your logo, you can make that easily and place it in their generator, and it kind of like does it all for you in a few seconds. Now they do have a free version. However, it's only $7 a month if you want to just get unlimited downloads, which, hello, in my opinion, that's really good. So seriously, they have so many mockups for everything, for wall prints, hats, tumblers, mugs, you name it, they have it. And they even have a art print design maker, different t-shirt design makers. So if you do get that subscription, again, the unlimited download, so you can get all these different tools for that price, which is absolutely amazing. Now, our very last website, I'm sure you've heard of before, is Pinterest. Now, Pinterest is a search engine. As many people think it is a social media platform, it's actually a search engine. So similarly to Google, how people will type something into Google is how Pinterest's algorithm works. So people are going there with a vision, they are going there with the idea of getting inspiration for something, whether it's a recipe or an outfit idea. So where this leads to Etsy is by posting your Etsy mockup and listing photos to Pinterest and then putting the link to your product in that. Let's say you're selling a mug like this, you would use your mockup photos and create pins that are directly linked to your Etsy listing so that when people are scrolling on Pinterest looking for aesthetic mugs, they click that and they go directly to your Etsy listing and they purchase your mug. Trust me, this works. Using Pinterest is such a beautiful thing to market your Etsy shop for literally free. Like, you do not have to pay to post a pin. So the idea that we can get more eyes on our products for literally free and linked directly to the listing, amazing. And it's just important to know when you're posting these pins to be using keywords for the products that you're selling. So do some research there. You can use Pinterest trends. Just to clarify quickly, Etsy does have an option for your listings to post it on Pinterest. I don't do that. you can do what you want. I personally go to Pinterest, create a new pin, use my mockup, and do it all manually there. It is more time consuming, but I have just found that to work better for me. I don't know if it's like an SEO thing. Do however it's easiest for you, and it definitely will make a difference. So those are all of the websites I recommend for now. I will make an updated video on this as well, or even going in deeper, because I've used and tried so many platforms and they're all pretty good just for different things. So I do use multiple, but I really hope this video was helpful. Let me know in the comment section if it was, and if you're going to use one of these, or if you have any others that you recommend. I'm always open to learning about what other Etsy sellers use, so let me know. And again, everything will be linked for you in the description, and if I do have a code for you, that will be there as well. A lot of them do have free trials with my link, so do with that information what you will. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you in the next video.